Hey, for so long in my life, I was a perfectionist, meaning things had to be perfect. I wanted them to be perfect. I wanted to appear unflawed. And I remember one of my advisors gave me the book, The Gifts of Imperfection by Brene Brown, right? It makes sense. And I read it and thought, oh. And after a lot of reflection, because I do a lot of that, I realized that perfect is not the goal, nor is it even attainable. What I needed to look at, rather than perfection versus failure, was perfection meaning, okay, there's no more questions to ask there, which is boring. And failure, which means I didn't achieve what I wanted to achieve in that way, but where did that lead me? And what information did I gain from that? As a writer, I have received so much rejection from book agents, from counseling journals, editors, so much rejection, far more than the successes I've had. My resume, we call it a CV in the academic world, is 17 pages, single-spaced, of a list of my accomplishments from 2011 on. But if you listed out all the things I failed at, or that I tried and didn't succeed, or it didn't go the way I thought it would go, it would be hundreds of pages. I started to look at it as collaborating with others rather than receiving failure feedback or negative feedback. I started looking at it as like, this is information that I can use to improve, to go farther. When you set your goal in mind, don't think, how can I achieve that perfectly? Think about, this is my plan now. How will more information that comes my way change my course? How will it lead me on a better path to achieve what I want to achieve, or do what I want to do, or be who I want to be? Every time I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I can't take this anymore, this is not going well, and stuck with it, I've always managed to come out the other side in a way that was beneficial to me, in a way that I valued. But it takes that practice of not achieving what you want to in the way that you want to, and looking at it like, oh, I'm kind of glad that I didn't get what I wanted from that, because that was not the way I really wanted to go. Now that I have more information, I realize this is a better choice, or a better outcome, or a better action for me. If you are a perfectionist or a recovering perfectionist like I am, think about failure in a different way. Think about it rather than I am imperfect, which is fine. Rather than thinking about it as that, like I failed and it's negative, think about it as, what did I learn from this? How can I use this feedback, not as a rejection, but as a plan with information so I can move forward in a better way? I'm Dr. Meredith Rausch, encouraging you to connect better with yourself and each other. Come back and see me.